Close. Oi. Fuck. Wait, what is this? Captain Stripes? Perfect. They'll never see us coming. On the streets. What was that on the back of his head? Oh, nothing. Okay, there's nothing in decals. Noted. Man needs to see this. This isn't necessarily what Dark's going to be wearing. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell else, people are going to be wearing. Give us the whole of PD wearing this. Oh, no. I don't think we found an undershirt that we wanted, right? Unless there was like a drop holster, but I don't think there was. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We change the color of that? No. Okay. It's like a fisherman. What the hell? Just invest in here. Oh God, they're so futuristic. Oh, jeez. Another vest. What's this one? Oh God. Okay, there is a little backpack, but we can't change the color of it. Oh, maybe? Is that just a green one that we can blend in? I mean, honestly, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a bit scuffed, but I'm thinking for like a radio operator, but we need like the big backpack. Actually, that's not bad. We had like one radio operator per squad. I want the big backpack though. The pride backpacks, yeah. I think that's it. I don't think we can do anything else. I think we can do is change the glasses, but any new glasses? I mean, yeah, there is. I don't know whether they're fit for war. Should we do perfect? This is what Brian wants from the PD, I think. You know, he wants patriots, man. Jesus. We're definitely gonna fall off a building. 100%. We just gotta stay away from buildings, I think. I can't change my glass. The glasses are just too... They're just too rich and dark. I just can't change them. I can't bring myself to do it. Alright, we're ready. Gotta save it. Right, where's the chief? Did you see Miss Monroe? Oh god. Hey, early. just...
Take out the northern half. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no Geneva Convention. That's right. So.
Oh, hello. How you doing, Richard?
I'm good. What's happening?
Well, I've just I've been showing the battle plan from last night and filling Ziggy, Libby, and Raven in on everything with Bobby.
Okay. Yeah, good.
But I went through our kind of rough idea, but also remembered to state the fact that this is the plan, but I think it could change very rapidly on the day.
It's not going to last, but it's good to have one in mind.
Yeah. Raven had some suggestions for the plan as well, to close up some of our flanks and stuff, which I've asked him to speak to Stubbs about, which are really good suggestions. But we're about to go and do a bit of a flyover, I think, Richard, because Libby has not seen the island. Ziggy and Raven have also not seen the island, so I want to take them over.
Yeah. Do we have? Because I'm sure it's inevitable. Do we have people in place whenever, let's say, stubble goes down, you go down, whoever else goes down? Do we have people that are in line, ready to take over and properly lead
Yeah,
this
there
shit?
needs to be an established chain of command.
I agree. The answer, I think, is no currently, but we should definitely establish
There
it.
needs to be an established chain of command and not just like, okay, once these 3 people go down, then it's just like up to HVT or up to a sergeant.
Right.
It needs to be like 10, 15 people long of who's in charge after who, dedicating who it is specifically.
Yeah.
All right, so I have 3 seats, not including pilot. So 4 total with me. Who's coming?
I would love to go so I could document from the sky again and see whatever changed the thing we talked about.
All right.
Bobby Raven.
Yeah. Well, no, I want Libby to see it. I invited Libby,
shit.
so
Okay.
she's not seen it.
Fine,
okay.
I don't mind. I don't mind not going.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure?
I could take a separate thing if need
I
be.
don't mind.
I don't really.
I don't mind.
I just wanted to have one. I mean, we could get the. How many can the Shamal hold? Enough? Probably all of us, right? Like the Learjet thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Learjet holds.
Could use
like
that.
8, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Going back.
All right, we'll use that. Where's the? Can you get the passports for Ziggy and Raven? Bobby, I don't know where.
I grabbed one already.
Oh, evidence wars, Ziggy.
Yep.
Evidence wars with an S.
Like, what?
Yeah, evidence wars with
There's
an
more
S.
than one.
There's loads.
Oh,
That's a lot.
Jesus.
Hey, you free?
Wait, there's a lot of wars going on.
Real quick.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
And a lot of walls.
Why I left last night, so what was kind of anything changed after that?
What point did you leave?
We'd kind of discussed the rough general plan and stuff like that. Discussed Cassavax and EMS stuff. So I don't really know what
Right.
was said after that.
Oh yeah, EMS are coming. Oh, we have
Yeah.
guns. And DOC.
Wow.
about that.
All right.
We've
It's
asked
gonna
for
look
more.
weird,
So I've
our
asked for
house
thermals
with
to
us.
everybody because somebody said in the room that they've got thermals on the island. So I want everyone to have thermals. We talked about fobs, staging areas. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm cooked.
Yeah. No, I get it. Do we know how many they have fighting on their sides? Do we have like an estimate?
Minimum 15
Okay.
at minimum.
But heavily armed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think this isn't going to be a. Andy made a good point. It's not going to be like symmetrical warfare here. They're going to be. It's going to be like guerrilla tactics from them. They know they haven't got a lot of people, so.
Yeah.
For all we know, they've got tunnels all on the island that they're digging right now. They're laying explosives. We don't know where they go.
Yeah.
Right.
There might be some like Vietnam style fucking traps on that island.
Yeah.
So, you know, you
I
really
just got my
cannibals.
grandpa up. He's,
Yeah, you
I'll
should.
go. I'll ring him up. He can come help.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I know from last night you did not do anything out in the water itself and around the island. That thing seems clear. Last night.
Yeah.
Too clear, too quiet.
Seems like people are preparing for the war, so no one is thinking about any defense at the moment. That's kind of what it seems like.
Okay. I think a big thing I'm gonna kind of talk with Saul about getting sorted today is kind of like what we said. The plan isn't going to survive contact with Sanguine, so we need to make sure that we've at least established, chain of command, what the squads are going to look like. If estimating unit numbers, how many squads are we looking at? Then kind of figure out, transport helicopters, how many pilots do we need on the day, and making sure we have enough for that and that kind of thing. Just making sure we have the basic stuff sorted before we because if we have that sorted, we can improvise. But
Yeah, and something as well is that the senator said last night is that there is absolutely no chance that we'll be allowing any criminals to assist us with this. However, civilians with no criminal record will be given the chance to sign up.
Snow, can you put up the big map again?
Yep.
The one I'm sending.
We're also going to have DOC with us there, or at least some of them. And EMS are actively being trained to use firearms in case they need it, but that's the last resort.
Right. I think
there you
whenever we do get a proper war plan going, I think that whoever I would imagine there's teams or whatever. People need to understand that they need to stick to their objective, even if shit does get chaotic. Because if they just decide that, well, my team or whoever it's not going well, I'm just gonna go off and try and do my own thing. That's how shit falls apart pretty quickly. So
Won't be possible.
yeah.
The two marks are marked there is, I can tell it from intelligence side, seem to be the two most active areas of the entire island.
okay. What is
that
objective
4 is going to be an important one. That dock is pretty damn big.
Yeah.
Well, Raven's suggestion is that objective 4 needs to be more like objective 3 alpha, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. He's right.
But yeah, it seems like there's a lot there, and we intelligence could not see or track anything on the northern side. So there might be a lot of stuff there when the war starts. I don't know if it's gonna be supply, stuff like that. So that's probably gonna be the choose points. We're gonna meet a lot of fire.
We also got to be careful. If they just leave the airfield to us, then we've got to have people checking for like explosives and stuff, because they could just leave that, wait for us to move in, and then blow the place up.
Yeah, true.
Have we considered?
Here's a photo of objective 4 from a little bit closer. It's pretty damn big, right? Because that entire thing is the harbor. So we got to be very like smart about this. There's a lot of buildings there. There's a lot of hills surrounding it.
Let me
We have to make sure we're on our toes.
see if
Have
I
we
can-
considered the rods from God?
What?
Is some tungsten rods that you drop from space and absolutely just get rid of the island?
That's true.
yeah.
That would be easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is from the same area that we saw the photo of, but that's in the water. As you can see, if you're in the
I
water,
think there's a
there's-
pretty good nighttime photo of the harbor.
yeah.
I'll find it.
And yes, that's me last night.
Yeah.
The main compound looks like a fucking maze, by the way. It's
Well, that's
just look
like
at this thing.
I don't want to say unbreachable, but we can't do that conventionally.
This thing is fucking insane. Because, like, as you can see, I mark it with an X here. As you can see right here, it's being surrounded by walls.
Yeah.
The best breachable position that I can think of is if we get submarines over on this side, get some people on top of them, grapple gun over that railing,
So you mean get into this?
get on that southern side, and yeah, exactly.
Perfect. It can easily be done. I can easily get at the rent. It is easy to get in there.
Okay.
I
one-
feel like they'll be expecting that. I think you need like
Yeah.
multiple push points. I think if you
Yeah.
think I think if we focus like our effort on one
thing is,
way to push this, it's
uh,
not gonna go well.
Nope.
If we pull up, Snow, could you put that photo up again for the war plan?
Yeah.
Wait, one thing. As Snow
Go ahead,
saying,
Puppy.
you're gonna expect this, and that's also why I'm afraid of doing it because of this. That's underneath it, directly underneath where I was swimming.
Oh,
That's why we need to sit one of those James Bond Lambos down there with torpedoes ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit one of those down there, they ain't go nowhere.
If you guys look at the photo of our plane, you see the final objective. There is a red border at the top. That is an actual fence. And the one road that you can see these two roads, one from objective 4, one from objective 3 alpha. They kind of lead together into that center. That is a
Yeah.
choke point. That is a
Yeah.
gate. That's a choke point. So it's the best tactic here is to just approach the island or approach the final objective from the water, but from different sides. But it's all going to depend on how smoothly our operation goes to take 1 alpha and 4, because those are our 2 biggest targets.
what
It's
about
gonna
if we
get
just
dicey.
get some mortars and then we just shell them?
I was
Just
gonna
give me
say,
a
ideally by
fucking
the time we
Play.
reach the mansion, we'll have full air
Yeah.
and water control. So
Yeah.
we'll pretty much have the entire arsenal.
Give me
available
that.
Oh my god!
Give that to me. I will just.
Just fucking
It's so.
rain hellfire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the gunner seats as well. There's a gun on top
That'd
and
be
on the
too
bottom. So I just do a
easy,
big circle
Snow.
around the fucking mansion and we just level it. It will
Yeah.
be done.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't have some sort of aircraft themselves. I don't know
So
how
they have
much
a,
they would
they
have.
have an armed helicopter, is what we already
Just
know.
be careful. We're not gonna end up like this.
Right.
Ooh.
What is that?
That is a passenger plane or something like that near the coast of St. Green.
All right. We should take a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Snow,
I'll
let
have
me
a
put
look.
up a photo real quick first for you. So you said that you saw something on that little island, but I've been looking, and I really can't pinpoint
Yeah,
if there's any
that's.
structure on there.
You don't see it? Look at those. Look at that little circle. You see that shit? You know, put a mark on it.
Mark it up. Mark it up.
It's like a
Oh, the
Stonehenge.
circle?
Like right there.
Oh, right.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
We
Bobby,
might have to.
Yeah.
Terrence Walker on Twitter right now.
Oh.
He just
He's
posted
been
his.
he's been posting
subpoena.
that for a few days.
I don't think that. No, not the. It's a picture of a subpoena.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
That's a subpoena Brian wrote for Terrence Walker.
Why the fuck is it? Why has it got my park ranger shit all over it? What's that about?
Might have
I've
been
been
Bush
keeping note
from
of any
Bundy.
time Sanguine's been mentioned during shift 3, but just so that you're aware.
Thank
He
you.
never really gains much tractions with his tweets. I don't see that many.
Too many words.
He's like that bald guy that has all the conspiracy theories. What's that guy's name?
Oh my. Brian
Alex
signed his
Jones.
sanity away to Norman Bones. Knight self-admittedly has killed members of the PD and admits to wanting to continue that. When asked why do you not leave the PD, then response: PD is my gang. Who are you following? What the fuck?
Yeah. Do we think this is like a natural structure on the island, or is that?
It's placed in a very circular manner, so it's not that natural. I do see something in the middle, so that might be either anti-air or simply like an antenna. Maybe
I
some
think it
later
was-
communication between them.
I don't think it's anti. I think it's a campsite personally, but we won't know until we get closer.
If we do a flyover again, knowing because I just took a photo of the island not knowing what you were talking about because I didn't see it at first.
Yeah,
If we can focus on it, that might be good.
I don't want to. I don't want to do that with a full plane of.
Oh yeah, no, of course. But if we do one
People
of those
planning
reconnaissance
this.
missions again, like we did this morning, we might have a chance. We'll
Yeah,
see
we
what
could
this
do it
is.
nighttime up on it. That'll be safer.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then you know what I could do actually? We could we just turn the engine and swoop through. They won't even know about
Maybe even plop up NVGs if it gets real dark.
that. Yeah.
We might have
You
some
have
laying
those?
around for the HVTU.
Interesting. All right, let's go for a flight. Let's do it.
Alright.
Everyone got their passports?
Yeah,
Enjoy.
I'm gonna grab my info with me because if something happens, I don't want to be defensive.
Snow.
Yep.
Get on channel 8 if anything happens. Just call us there, okay?
Hey, yeah, copy that.
No, you gonna grab one too?
I've got a passport.
Yeah, when Sub was going to be around today.
No, probably not.
He tends to get on duty around now, so might be a
Okay.
little later because he was up all night planning, so
Yeah, I'll be honest. We got to
I
get
would
training
expect-
started sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I would expect what they're about to go do right now to probably not go as smoothly as the previous time.
Why?
yeah.
As dispatch call from like 20 to 30 minutes ago.
Just very cool.
Yeah, I
What
took
is
some
this
really
batch
good
called?
photos of the daytime
324?
today. Here, Dark, to get you a full scale of how big this fucking thing really is.
Yoy, yoy. Holy crap.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Honestly, for an operation with planning, it's not that big.
Yeah, it's because the thing is, it's a lot of dead space. It's a lot of
Mhm.
open area with bushes and trees. And our main targets, if I can mark them here real quick, is the airport, the harbor, and the mansion.
I'll be honest, I don't see the harbor being too much of a problem. If they actually station in the harbor, in the buildings and stuff, that's fine because, like, oh, I don't know how to mark shit very well. I don't know whether this is going to be on point, but no, it didn't even work. But yes,
There it
there.
is. I see.
Yeah.
it.
If we just sit behind that hill and we've got that whole north side, then we can just put people behind that defilade and they've
The
got
most
nothing.
significant part is just cutting them off from
Exactly. Yeah.
anyone and any ability to leave.
That little natural funnel on that east side is going to be pretty important. Like the little sliver of land that goes north to south, because that's the only way they can get from the south to the north. Honestly, again, going with that plan of like dragging the AA from one side to the other, if we had a small group of like 2 people on that tiny little island out there to the east and just wait for the AA tow to be towed one direction or the other, and then just sit there with, a rocket propelled grenade launcher and then just try and take out the AA that way.
This is
Ooh,
an
that's
aerial shot of the
nice.
harbor from another angle.
Well, that's a massive choke point there, though, just to the south. Well, not the
Yeah.
south, the east. Is,
Yeah,
there,
so
is there a
just
checkpoint
for
there?
perspective, where I put the X now in the top right, that's like a location of the aircraft carrier, that direction.
Yeah. Is there a checkpoint on this road down here? Do we know? Like, is it?
Yes.
There is?
But
Okay.
there is, but there's no fencing around it, so we can just like skip it pretty much.
Okay.
But for vehicles, it might be ideal to drive through. Now, what I have noticed in our low flyby is that over here, as well as over here, have you ever been on that Simone Island Arc?
Nope.
So there's this like party tent,
Okay.
and you can kind of see it in between these two rock formations right there. It's a little difficult to see, but it's the red smudge with the white on top of it.
Sure. Yeah.
That's like a party tent area, and the X that I put at the top, so above that area, it's pretty much that's a choke point because there's two ways in, but they're both fenced off, and this piece, where I'm pointing now, this rock that's elevated is fenced off with barbed wire, so you cannot get on top of that thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I think
let me mark it
honestly,
up.
I think the entire rest of the island is manageable, but that first initial siege is what is more important than literally anything else.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be mass casualties in that first initial push, and doing that as effectively as possible and getting rid of the homing launcher is more important than anything else, in my opinion. Because you take that out, we can bring the tanks over, or at least the rest of the tanks. You can start getting actual like light armor on the ground and stuff like that.
Well. Yeah, obviously it's stubble, but I think getting HVT running some training today.
Let me show you what I mean. Hang on. So the red lines is barbed wire.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I wonder why they would do that. Is that a new edition or?
So what I'm thinking, right, is let's say Jaeger had visitors, and he would bring him in by boat where the arrow is. He would bring him on that party section where there's like a tent for them to relax. There's some beach chairs, but he doesn't want them to go to the rest of the island. So he blocked off any exit that you could.
Again, I think this is one of those where photographs are great and all, but we're not going to know we're not going to know the situation until we get there. So the main thing we need to figure out is that first initial landing and securing that airfield. After that, we can kind of take it slow. We can take it easy, get some information, scout out, and make a plan from there. We can, like I said, we can have a general plan,
I agree.
That plan's going to go out the window when they have 5 tanks sitting at this checkpoint or something ridiculous, something we don't expect. Yeah. Or maybe they have maybe they have like a bomber flying over top that we've got to figure out what the hell we're going to do with.
True. That initial airport push is going to be detrimental because if they have any aircrafts, obviously the helicopter are probably going to be stored near the mansion, but the actual fixed wings are going to be at the airport, which means if we take that in the first siege, we got that advantage.
All right. I guess we'll have some more room meetings.
I want to wait on frequency in case something happens.
Yeah, I'm on channel 8.
All right, let me know if anything happens.
Okay.
Don't let me bleed. TJ. Someone's asking how to block DJ on Twitter. Need to start a one-way ride. Leave me be. Honestly, I kind of want to do this outfit, but in black, but I don't think there is a black. Wait, there is.
Hi,
Hello.
this is my new office, considering City Hall is empty. And yeah,
It's empty.
well, you know, there's not a lot of people. I'm the only one on duty right now, so there's no judges or anything. So I just hang out at MRPD now.
You have to be on duty.
Do I have to be on duty?
Yeah, like, you know, if you
I
want to be
mean-
safer, then you just sign off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still need to be here for the people, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But, you know, if I'm only taking calls and not doing any meetings, you know, and I'm just here, then I'm good, right?
I suppose, yeah, hopefully. What you been up to today? Any news from
Well-
that? Any news from this morning that I need to know about?
No. I just woke up not too long ago. I was up really late last night.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Were you at the senator meeting
Yeah.
last night?
I was. Yeah.
I see
until
it went a lot
they-
better.
Yeah, I think unfortunately a lot of people. No, actually, I take that back. I was gonna say it seems like a lot of people were too afraid to ask questions. But I think that what happened is that once, you know, like you and Stubble came in, and even Snow, you know, to start trying to explain things, I think that kind of helped smooth over a lot of people's concerns. So
Yeah.
that's why, yeah. Plus, a lot of the people that had questions weren't around for that meeting. You know, it's unfortunately, you know, time zone issue.
Oh, I mean, yeah, and you know, most people probably lost faith after the first meeting, so
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just kind of called it quits after watching the video.
yeah, exactly.
So, how did it go for you? Was I wrong to think that you were a little perturbed at Eric's?
It's a difficult situation because I me and Owen were kind of on the same page where we'd been supplied munitions and aircraft and everything by people who I imagine were pretty close with the Jaeger at one point, and were also
Yeah.
one of which was a lifer in prison for God knows what. You know, it's a tricky situation. Apparently, Noose was reformed like 36 hours ago just to give us
Okay.
military equipment. Apparently it's been ongoing thing for a while. There's just a lot of questionable things happening, and it's very
Right.
difficult to keep on top of, really.
Jimbo, do you want to take your pre-step mom out for ride along?
Let me look.
Wow.
Let's gotta look and see if there's any cadets in queue first.
No, that's
Well,
not. It's a deputy
security
mayor.
detail.
Yeah, it's security
it's,
stuff.
It's not a regular ride along. This is
Uh,
I literally
yes,
can't
then.
leave here. Okay.
Give me a second. I need to play dress up first.
No, you're fine.
Jimbo, you were way too excited at the airfield yesterday. Jumbo,
Wait. What do you mean?
you were just too excited. You're playing with tanks. Were you having fun?
Sir, we're going to war. And you know what I saw yesterday? I saw yesterday they gave us a chance. A chance to succeed. So yeah, I was a little happy. I was a little happy that not everybody might die in this invasion.
Fair enough. Okay, I got some calls to make, but Jumbo, take care of it, please. Thank
Yep, I
you.
got it.
Bye, Richard.
Bye bye.
Hello, this is Dawn.
Hello, Miss
Not
Hart.
just
What did you say?
Just want to specify that I'm not a treasonist. Ex-treasonist, Don Hart. Remember?
Ex-treasonist, you don't plan on going for round 2, the 2-time.
No, I expect you guys would probably push the death penalty if I tried that.
Yeah, you're probably right, so probably don't do that.
Probably.
What can I
Plus, I
help you
don't
with,
even know
Dawn?
what the fuck is happening. What the fuck is happening?
Have you watched the news video?
No.
LSPN? Well,
No.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Give me 1 second.
Okay. One Mississippi.
I'll call you back.
Okay.
Born, did you see that
So
tweet?
Yeah, he doesn't know that it's us. Otherwise, he would have 911. So I'm glad I went into civilian aircraft. Maybe he just thinks it's someone, being fucking stupid.
Jeez, no, please. I don't even see the... Do we have to, like, do a thing? How do we get out there? I actually don't even know how we get out there, dude. Is it like a different map? Isn't Dennis LaBar?
Wasn't Dennis LeBar like Chief Justice?
Yeah. Wait, what did he say?
He just he was twin.
He just saying the Senate doesn't have authority over you. Be your own person or some shit like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's just standing for your rights. That's real bad.
Dennis was involved with the Lost in the last war. Actually, he was their chief justice inside the compound.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We are clear up the aircraft. You're good to take off.
Okay, I'm out.
Dennis LaBar's on their side too.
Hello, this is Dawn.
Hello, Dawn. Sorry about that. State of emergency and all
Don't worry
that.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Dawn, to give you a brief of the situation, really, what we're looking at is we have a sovereign state that is manufacturing explosives and shipping them into Los Santos, which is causing the dramatic upsurge in homeland detonations and attacks on home soil. Negotiations happened in which the Senate demanded that Sanguine cooperate with a full-scale search and investigation of their island to put a stop to the manufacturing and export of these explosives. To which Kane Law obviously denied and said no, and now things are going to have to done. We're going in.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, where should I avoid, please, dear God? Where should I...
Just obviously just don't. I reckon don't leave the island. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Just just stay with people. Being with people is a good idea. And keep your eye on the news. LSPN's good. I do recommend you watch the video yourself.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Okie
Well,
dokie.
if you need anything else done, just let me know. Okay.
Thank you, Doc. Okay.
Okay. Bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, this is so bad. Dude, don't shoot down my Amazon package. What do I run like that? Cheaper. There you go.
Hello.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah. Real pleasant situation we're in here. How you feeling
Yeah.
about everything?
I'm gonna talk to Axel tomorrow after the High Command panel. If I'm not provided evidence, LSPD won't be represented within the war. People from LSPD are welcome to go. But they will be going on behalf of the Unified Police Department. I will still support them, and I'll have their back. But at the end of the day, I don't want LSPD representing something if they're not willing to give me the evidence of what's happening there.
Yeah. Apparently there's some kind of, I don't know why they keep using this word, slideshow that Brian presented on behalf of MCU to the Senate. So, clearly they saw something. So obviously I requested the evidence from Brian and he said no yesterday. So we've got to get that from Axel sooner rather than later, really. Are you coming to the panel tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come to that, and I'll be asking straight after that to see
Okay.
the evidence. Otherwise, yeah, I can't encourage people to go and help with something if I don't know that what we're doing is right, and we're not just going to kill people because we feel like they're bringing explosives over.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Honestly, right now I think I'm likely going to be going either way. I wasn't planning to until I heard everything about Brian and Axel and how they were treating people after the negotiations at the debrief, because Subble and myself have the same opinion that they're not going to have PD's best interests in mind. They're not going to consider that these are real people that they're sending in to die. And I would feel wrong to let them kind of, be a part of that and not be there to kind of keep people alive as best I can. So I'm kind of help Subble as much as I possibly can at the minute.
Yeah, that's fair. I just can't, like, as chief, I cannot back it if I don't know that it's for sure happening. And if they don't have that trust in me as high command, then they shouldn't be asking PD members to risk their morals to go and fight something for them.
I completely agree. I mean, this all started apparently because of this Johnny Devine situation. Which, did you know about when this happened? Like, did you know that we were sending a undercover officer? I'm pretty sick and tired of being left out. Like, why are we being left out of the loop on really big things that have clearly caused big waves that has led to a lot of people possibly going to die? I don't understand why we as High Command are being left out of that. It just feels like Brian is in the ear of the commissioner, both commissioners, and it's just Brian goes to the commissioner and skips high command, and we don't learn anything until we need to know because it's gone wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna give it some like a little bit of leeway in terms of, like, I haven't been in town to like learn from them, but the fact that I had to learn from, like, I didn't know why we were going there to start a war until Snow told me today. And I'm not saying that like just as me, but the fact that no one in Shift 3 would have known unless Snow came and told us. Like,
yeah,
Shift 3 has always been its island. Whatever. But yeah, there's just something in me that I don't feel right with sending people there unless I'm provided with the evidence.
No, I agree. There were apparently at the debrief, and it was confirmed by Brian that when people were asking for like confirmation that this was coming from the Senate and they were asking for evidence and stuff, Axel and Brian thought those questions were idiotic and really not helping anything, and that's why Brian treated Nikki the way he did, and I kind of had to. I just don't
No, I
understand
just
how.
think that police officers sign up to be police officers. They didn't sign up to go out and kill people. And if they're going to do that, and if they're putting their hand forward for that, they want to know why. Like, I know that there's a bunch of people that are just gonna jump at the opportunity to be involved with stuff like this, but I don't know, man.
Fuck. What did Dennis tweet? I would start by attacking all forms of local government. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Labar's on their side. I was also told that he was on the lost side whenever they did their thing in Sandy.
Okay, we've got to go arrest
So.
LaBar now.
Well,
Per that legislation that was pushed last night.
Yeah. Fucking City Hall's named after him.
Yeah. So the legislation last night was any individuals found to be openly encouraging by their actions and communications aid of the Sanguine Island in the war against Los Santos may be held with DOJ approval for up to 3 years while the conflict is still active.
Well, let's have a look at what Dennis has said thus far. Let's see.
When
have no.
So yeah, he said that, and then someone asked him, "What can we do to stand up?" Then, which is when he replied, "I would start by attacking all forms of local government."
Yeah, that's not great, is it?
No. I'm calling him.
Yeah.
Not answering. Yeah, no answer. We don't need this right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I even had BBMC. Fuck. BBMC called me yesterday concerned about the two new cops that were negotiating with Kane Larp. And were very concerned that they were representing, the state. And that I even asked them, I was like, listen, we don't need you guys to do anything crazy right now. So if you can hold off on that, the last thing we need is panic. And even they understood, and they were like, yeah, sure, because they're freak. Well, Edbert was, he at least realizes the gravity of the situation.
Right.
Oh, damn it. I'm gonna look for the ball.
Is there any active?
Dennis. Dennis, this is Richard Dark with the LSPD.
Sorry, who are you trying to reach?
Mr. Labar. Is this Dennis Labar?
Oh, that's better. That's better. Thank you.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Is your Twitter been hacked, sir?
No. My account has not been hacked.
So you are actively tweeting these things about the Senate currently. Is that correct?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. It's illegal what they're doing. That's why.
Dennis, did you see the new legislation that was posted last night?
I did 100% see the new legislation that was posted last night, which
Right,
is
so-
highly fucking illegal. So if you and your people want to come arrest me, then I'm all for it. Okay? Because I will fight this all the way in court.
Okay.
Hmm.
Where are you right now, Dennis?
That's for you to go find out. And I'm going to tell you one thing. You better bring a fucking army if you're coming for me.
All right, Dennis. I guess I'll be seeing you
Stop
around.
calling me Dennis.
If you're encouraging people to blow up government buildings, you don't get the right to get Chief Justice anymore, Dennis.
Called freedom of speech, Dark.
This is war, Dennis.
You fuckers know nothing about war, okay?
And you think that you tweeting this stuff out, telling criminals to attack government buildings is helping right now?
I said what I would do. Nowhere in there did I say, hey, you guys should go out there and fucking do this. Did it say that?
No,
again,
it didn't.
Freedom of speech, Dark. But if you want it, come fucking get it. I'm waiting.
He's a grumpy old bastard.
Well,
Round 2 of him working with some treasonists. And he calls it freedom of speech.
Yeah, I mean, I get, the whole, like, the whole freedom thing, but also, like, illegal guns and explosives and, holding people hostages and the potential of cannibalism,
Yeah.
It's like, where do we draw the line at that?
Yep.
Hey, DePaul. Back in the Richard, you won't. Oh. Okay, never mind.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Prepping for the days to come.
What days to come?
War.
Huh. What are you prepping? You're making us little sandwiches and stuff?
Yeah.
For your lunch bucks?
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing celery sticks and peanut butter.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
What the fuck? You put peanut butter on celery sticks?
What? You've never had celery on peanut butter sticks? I mean, fuck.
Okay,
fuck.
let me.
Celery
Celery
on
is like
peanut butter sticks?
The worst veggie ever. You want to know
Yeah,
why?
you're
If you
kinda
eat
right,
only that, it costs you more energy to like digest it to eat it than what it gives you.
No, you're right. Yeah, celery sticks is just like it's just crunchy water. Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Well, it's good though, but like just one once in a while. But
Right.
you have to go to grocery store. You cannot buy only one stick, so you have to buy
That's
the whole
right.
fucking tree.
That's true. Okay, maybe like apples and peanut butter then.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah, see?
What is it with you and peanut butter though?
What do you Well, I don't have a thing with peanut butter. I was just throwing something out there.
I don't know. Okay. Peanut butter is good, but I feel like I don't know. It's like I'm kind of over it. You know what I mean?
Who the fuck gets over peanut butter? What do you mean?
See?
How much peanut butter have you had in your life where you're like,
Way too much.
I'm over it? What the fuck?
Too much.
That sounds like
I have ADHD, so when I stick on some type of breakfast, I just eat that every single day. You know what I mean?
you know what? I fully relate now. I understand.
And like, I'm at that point right now. I'm like over it. So I have a new obsession for breakfast. It's like granola and yogurt with like fruits, and that's my new obsession. What the fuck are those wheels? Ew!
Oh, is that love sick?
What are those?
I can't change them, DuPont.
This is disgusting.
I can't change them. I'm stuck with these
What
things.
have you done?
They're so horrible. They're
Why
so
did you do
horrible.
that?
I didn't do it.
Oh my god, it's
This is
horrible.
just the
You must be
ones that
ashamed.
this car were given at some point, and there are special a special form you gotta fill out, send off to China to get them changed. Because you can't change these things on charges unless you have access to this
Oh
special
yeah,
form.
Underwood was doing that for us
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah, and he left me with these things.
Yeah.
It's ugly. When I
Yeah.
see you
There's
arriving on a scene, I'm like ashamed.
Damn. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Dupont.
Hey, look
okay.
at them.
Okay,
What the fuck is
I'll never respond to a 77 request from you again. Then I see how it is.
Oh, really? Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me.
Yeah.
Can you say that again? I'm just gonna pull out my phone and record you so I can report you.
Yep. Hey, yep.
Speak to Mike. Oh wait.
What?
Hey Ziggy. Ziggy, you seen this bullying that's happening to your rangers? What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you
That's
think
what
of
rangers
crunchy
were
water?
made for, to be bullied.
Okay, Richard. All right. If you say so.
What do you think of what, Dupont? Sorry?
What the fuck?
What's
Richard,
your
how
thought
old are you?
about crunchy water?
Crunchy
The fuck
water.
is that?
Celery.
I've had thick water before, but not crunchy water.
What? That sounds so gross.
Ew.
Thick water? Ugh.
Yeah, have you not heard of thick water before?
I know
Hard
what it
water
is.
and soft water, right?
No, it's thick water, snow.
It's like
no idea what that is.
It's water with artificial thickener for people who can't drink water naturally because of throat issues. So it's like drinking jelly, but it's water, but it's horrible.
Yeah, it's
It's
got
like really, it is just thick water.
It's got like the
It's
viscosity
weird.
of like shampoo. Yeah, it's gross.
I think I'd rather drink shampoo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's gross. I need to get some food. I was going to pass out.
All right, we're going. Goodbye.
Adios.
Hello.
Adios.
Hello, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment allez-vous?
Right, how are you?
DOJ, it needs to be... What?
Where's Rhodes?
He's at home.
Is he playing Dark? Ow! What the fuck?
You can't just do things like that, Ziggy.
What do you mean?
You can't just say things like that, bro.
What do you mean?
It's like we were having a discussion yesterday. It's not Discord, it's Discordia.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. I play
Come
video
on.
games when I go home. Computers exist, Richard.
I don't know about that.
What?
DJ said no. I asked because I was, I wanted to get clarification on whether tweets and stuff would be enough for the new legislation. But it's just it's got to be communications and action. So communication and action. So anybody can get on Twitter and say blow people up, but unless they do things, I guess.
Hi, Ziggy.
I too love staring off into this.
I guess that's America. That's the freedom of speech that America got, It's very confusing. It's very confusing. So could a politician get on Twitter and be like, go storm the Capitol? Never mind. We won't go there. We won't go there.
Climb Mutiny Road.
I know I'm missing out. I was playing a bit of I tested out the Steam Deck this morning, and of course I downloaded Baldur's Gate, and it's kind of fun, I was playing a bit this morning of my Dark Age playthrough, and like the controls, like playing Baldur's Gate with the controller is actually kind of nice. Any person you cannot threaten on social media without facing repercussions is POTUS, right? Really? Holy shit.
495 1038 with a red in color SUV westbound El Rancho Boulevard. I caught one time. Can I get at least 127?
$400. The dungeons are calling. I do really want to play Dark and Darker, I can't lie. There's too much shit to do, man. Hey, Jackie.
See what